0.
Roger, the clock is operating. We're underway.
You're loud and clear.
Roger, we're programming and roll okay. A little bumpy along about here.
Roger. Stand by for 20 seconds.
Roger. We're smoothing out some now, getting out of the vibration area.
Roger, you feel max Q, flight path is...
Roger, feels good through max Q and smoothing out real fine. Cabin pressure coming down by 7, okay, flight very smooth now. Sky looking very dark outside.
All Roger, reading you loud and clear 7, Cape is go, we're standing by for you.
Roger, Cape is go and I am go. Our capsule is in good shape. Fuel 103, 102, oxygen 78,100, cabin pressure holding steady at 5.8, amps is 2.6. All systems are go, indicating 6 Gs. Roger, 0 G, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around. Oh, that view is tremendous.
Roger, turnaround has started.
Roger, capsule turning around, and I could see the booster during turnaround just a couple of 100 yards behind me. It was beautiful.
Roger, 7, you have a go, at least 7 orbits.
Roger, understand go for at least 7 orbits. The Friendship 7 can see clear back a big cloud pattern way back across toward the Cape. We're all set. This is very comfortable at 0 G. I have nothing but very fine feeling. It just feels very normal and very good. Have very little dirt floating around in the capsule, just a little bit, and preparing to take xylos still at present time. This is Friendship 7, the head movements cause no sensations whatsoever. Feel fine, reach test, I can hit directly to any spot that I want to hit. I have no problem reaching for knobs and have adjusted to 0 G very easily, much easier than I really thought I would. I have excellent vision on the charts, no astigmatism or any malfunctions at all. I feel fine so far, over.
Roger, understand.
This is Friendship 7, have beautiful view of the African coast, both in the scope and out the window. Out the window is by far the best view. Part of the Canaries was hidden by clouds. Roger, how you doing, Gordo? We're doing real fine up here. Everything is going very well, over.
John, you sound good.
Roger, control fuel is 90,100, oxygen is 75,100, amps are 22. All systems are still go, having no problems at all. Control system operating fine, over. The only unusual thing I have noticed is a rather high, what would appear to be a haze layer, up some 7 or 8 degrees above the horizon on the night side. The stars, I can see through it as they go down toward the real horizon, but it's a very visible single band or layer pretty well up above the normal horizon, over.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Another little low-key afternoon Lightspeed Lounge Hangout. As always, let me know if the music is a little too loud. But yeah, guys, welcome. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm hoping to get a video out today. I have one basically completely done. And I have another one completely done as well. I just kind of have to edit the final pieces together. One of them is from a new series that I'm starting. Every week, I'm going to be taking a question or a topic of discussion from a fleet member, and I'm going to call it Questions from the Fleet. And every week, I'm probably going to upload these on Monday. Every Monday is just going to be a different topic or question. It's going to be a couple minutes long, a little podcast form, just me rambling on the microphone. Another one is kind of a parody of that whole Mara Jade thing that people thought was real because people are super fucking gullible, I suppose, in this digital day and age. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Welcome to the stream, Jay Super, Arcadia, Vince. Good to see you, Mr. Vince. Stuart, Sinker Gamer, what's up, man? Bought 3 new merch shirts from your store today. Oh, dude, thank you so much for the support, man. Which ones did you get? I'm very curious, but I appreciate the hell out of that, man. Overlorded Sith, thank you so much for the super chat, first super chat and channel support of the stream. I greatly appreciate that. Check out my tribute videos for characters/factions. Nice. Let me go to channel. I'm gonna have to immediately mute it. Oh, never mind. Oh, yep. Nice. Okay. The Return, First Order Tribute, Forever Empire of Zakul Tribute, Broken Vader and Padme Tribute. Nice, man. Good Goblin is a Dead Goblin, Goblin Slayer Tribute. Nice. Jedi Fallen Order. Cool, man. Yeah, if anybody wants to check out Overlorded Sith's channel, it's right there. He's got some USA hockey practice stuff on there as well. A couple clips. But, dude, thank you so much for supporting the channel this afternoon. Yeah, don't be, you know, we always plug everybody's stuff, right? We love seeing what everybody's working on. Because if we're all, you know, working on something creative, it's fun to show off and it's fun to talk about. So keep it up, man. And I thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support this afternoon. Let me take a quick sip of coffee here. I made a giant batch of coffee for the afternoon in a giant mug, and I'm sitting here sipping on it. Enjoying the afternoon. Just put my daughter down for a little nap. Hopefully she stays down for a good long while, and we can hang out. But yeah. Jason96, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well, man. I greatly appreciate that. Hey, HG, how's things going? Or how's things? Just got settled into uni. Nice, man. Congratulations. That's a big step for sure. Hope everything's going well with that. That's a huge life change, right? Something extremely exciting. You got a little bit of freedom. You got I don't know, you got freedom to do awesome and also freedom to slack off. Do not do the latter. Stick it out, kick its ass. You'll look at it in hindsight and realize that it was worth sticking it out and pushing really hard and pushing yourself, you know. But congratulations on taking a huge step, man. That's big stuff. But for me, things are going well. We building our new house, as you probably know, and it's just a waiting game. That's kind of what's going on in life right now. New house should be finished by the end of December, or at least by the end of the year. I'm hoping it's like a week or two before Christmas because we want to spend, you know, this Christmas in our new house and get completely settled in. But yeah, man, for real talk, it's a year today since I attempted a very stupid thing. So I've turned my life around massively in the last year. Hell yeah, Jason. Love to hear it. Yeah, and like I said, do not be like me when I first attempted college. Do not be like me. I slacked off, didn't take it serious, and was a young idiot. And I think you got a better head on your shoulders than I ever did at you know, back in the day. So kick some ass, keep it up, succeed. Success is all for you to figure out. It's not that hard to figure out. You can do it. You can do it. But yeah, man, congrats once again. That's big shit. And Lewis Collin, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Newspaper, Florida man has the best Star Wars show. I will disagree with that, but I appreciate that. What other Star Wars YouTubers are from Florida? I'm curious. You guys know me. I'm kind of out of the loop. I don't pay attention to much. I'm sure somebody has there's no question in my mind that there is a Star Wars YouTuber from Florida, right? Yeah, but I'm going to disagree with that, Lewis. This is certainly not the best Star Wars show. Half the time I'm rambling about non-Star Wars stuff. Half the time I'm making parodies and just talking shit to talk shit and flapping my gums. and I'm not nearly as knowledgeable as most of the Star Wars YouTubers. In fact, sometimes I sit back and go, man, I know about 10% of what some of these guys and gals know. What do I have to offer the world? A silly Lightspeed lounge where we fly through intergalactic space and head towards the Andromeda Galaxy? That's what I got to offer. But dude, thank you so much for the support this afternoon, Lewis. While I humbly disagree, I appreciate the sentiment, man. I appreciate that. And D. Gilvids, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Care to see my Snoopy Twitter, HG? D, let's check it out. D, what's Snoopy Twitter? What's Snoopy Twitter? What does that mean? Is that a phrase that I should know? Snoopy Twitter. Oh, spoopy. What does spoopy mean? Oh, spooky. Oh, I see. D chills. All right. Wait, what the heck's a Twitter? Where am I? All right. It's internet talk. Spoopy. Let's see. Spoopy is a word that describes something that is scary and funny at the same time. The word spoopy began as an internet meme. Okay. Spoopy Twitter. I've never heard that before. There's a lot of things I'm not familiar with. But I'm looking at it right now. I dig the First Order helmet. What shirt is that? Mario Brothers. Never played a Final Fantasy game. Nice, man. All right. All right, everybody check out DGill2295. Followed by Sam Gavin, Mr. Gavin himself. But I appreciate you, Incom, the monolithic tech company from Tron. Oh, okay. Okay. I've probably seen Tron maybe twice in my entire life. I'm not very familiar with it. That's one of my initial thoughts that I had as well, Vince. On Seinfeld. But dude, thank you so much for the support this afternoon, man. Greatly appreciate that. Lewis Collin, by the way, any plans for reviewing Ad Astra? So, I probably won't see Ad Astra until it's out for streaming or video or some kind of home release because, well, I'm not going to be able to see it in the theater, that's for sure. It's just too difficult to kind of find the time to. I mean, we could get a babysitter and all that kind of stuff, but you know, we've just been kind of... Dude, I think I've seen 2 movies in the theater since my daughter was born. One of them was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The other was Solo. Those are the 2 movies that I've seen in the theater since my daughter was born. And yeah, there's a lot of movies that we want to see, but you know, we usually just wait until they're out to watch. So I don't have any plans to review it, to tell you the truth. Now, that could completely change, Lewis. You know, I could see it months from now, and I could just love it through and through, and I'll want to talk about it. So, if that's the case, you know, maybe I'll end up doing a video on it, a review or whatnot. But at the moment, I have no plans to review it. Yeah, that could change, like I said. But yeah, I've heard good things, man. I'm excited to see it. Like when I first saw the trailer, when the very first trailer came out months and months and months ago, I was like, oh, I love sci-fi, but it doesn't look that great to me. And then I saw some more trailers, and I kind of felt the same. And then I started hearing rumblings online about people loving it and stuff like that. And so, you know, that intrigued me, and now I want to see it. So no rush, but now it's football season. Yeah, that's another thing. It's football season, so you know, Sundays are spent with my laptop open, checking my fantasy team, football, chasing my daughter around the house. But yeah, Lewis, once again, man, thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon. Let's see. Let's see who. Oh, Overlorded Sith, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Fell Empire versus First Order. Thoughts? I haven't heard Fell Empire in a long time. That's just the Galactic Empire, right? Let me. The Fell Empire. Oh shit, wrong button. Also called the Galactic Empire, Reborn Empire, Fell Imperium, New Empire, or the New Order. Interesting. I haven't heard that in a long time. Or the Galactic Empire, who? Oh, in combat, the Galactic Empire was much bigger, right, than the First Order. At least that's how I've always viewed it. I don't know if there's some kind of canonical numbers game that people have put together, or if there's an official kind of numbers game, but I just definitely have the feeling that the Galactic Empire is a much broader galaxy-wide expanding force. So for that reason alone, I would think that the Galactic Empire would win in combat. Now, which do I like more? The Galactic Empire as well. The First Order at times kind of this is a complaint that I've had with the sequel trilogy. Doesn't feel very inventive. It kind of feels like Galactic Empire 2.0. And just for that reason alone, I think I like the Galactic Empire just for that reason alone. And plus, you know, I have a set of A New Hope stunt stormtrooper armor, so you can kind of tell where my heart's at, right? So yeah, that's kind of yeah, Empire all the way, man. Empire all the way. But I appreciate that, Sith. And Caretaker Wanted. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Glad to hang out before heading to school. Nice, man. Priorities. No. Sit back. Maybe do something productive. And listen to this dummy ramble on and on and on. It's always fun, right? It's always fun. I need to turn my my volume up in my headset so I can actually hear the music. It keeps me keeps a cadence going. Keeps a cadence going for me. But yeah, man, enjoy school. You know, I know it's probably always a drag, a little bit, right? But you make the most of it, as my dad's always said. You know, you got to be somewhere. Why not be there and make the most of it, right? So, but I appreciate you dropping in, man, and I appreciate the channel support this afternoon. Oh man. This coffee is giving me some major phlegm. All right, Jack H, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Hey, Greedo, did you see that Clerks 3 might happen? I did. And that's been a rumor for a long time. I think Kevin Smith has kind of fueled that rumor over the years. But I'll take that back, Jack. I actually haven't seen him say anything recently. I just saw people tweeting about it with no context attached to it. So all I've seen are people's like excitement via tweets and stuff like that. So I don't know the context of. Let me look this up. I don't want to speak out of turn. Clerks 3. Okay, Jeff Anderson's returning. That was the big hang up from what I remember. So he's writing an entirely. Okay, so Jack. So you obviously know this. I'm learning this for the first time. He's writing an entirely new screenplay that's different from the one he presented Jeff Anderson in 2017. So it's a brand new script. It's been signing stuff and catching up. But even. So that's awesome. So Jeff Anderson's on board. I remember him being kind of the hang up and the reason that it was which obviously, you know, if you cannot have Clerks without Randall. You can't. Clerks is Randall. And if you guys haven't seen Clerks, watch it. It's one of my favorites. Gotta love it. But yeah, it's exciting, right? Not very many people liked Clerks 2. I liked it. I thought it was a decent continuation. A lot of the same silliness I don't think anything is ever going to beat Clerks, though. Just because, not only because it's like well-made, solid, simple, fast-paced dialogue, funny dialogue, but it's also kind of the story of how it was made, right? Taking a bunch of credit card debt out, making the movie you want to make, making a movie in the place that you work, and shooting at night when the store is closed. Like, it's just such a, I don't know, it's just such a great story of somebody putting their mind to something and making it, you know. But yeah, man, that's exciting, Jack. I'll definitely see that one in the theater, that's for sure. But I appreciate that, man. I'm going to read this entire article and get more context for it after the stream. But yeah. And Caleb Kim, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Did you get my message on Origin, or did the chat erase again? I actually restarted my computer yesterday, so I think you know what? I'm going to log on to Origin right now. If you still have the chat up, copy and paste it. Is there a way to see like Origin chat history? Is that possible? There has to be, right? So, for some context here, Caleb Kemp has been asking me questions about OBS and how to stream and record footage and stuff like that. He was having some hang-ups with getting that to work, we were trying to figure out what might be causing it. But yeah, I don't have that chat anymore unless there is like a chat log that I can access. But yeah, there should be a history, right? That's kind of stupid if there isn't. But I am back on Origin right now, signed in. If you want to copy and paste that or rewrite it, I'll definitely check it out. I hope you got everything working. But I appreciate that support this afternoon, man. And I hope, yeah, you got all the kinks worked out. I wish there was a history. Yeah, me as well. You did good. The bloated chap. Hey, Greedo, if Disney released an unedited original trilogy for over $200, how willing would you be to purchase it? No, I'm not going to buy that. $200? No way. Dude, you could buy... I saw a 55-inch 4K TV the other day for $250. You could buy a TV to watch 1 billion movies on for almost that much money. I'm not spending $200 on something that I want, even like something that I desperately want. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't think anybody would. I take that back. Probably a decent amount of people would, but not me. Not me. No way. Make it reasonable. Caleb Kim. Basically, what happened was the encoding preset was hammering my CPU too hard. Okay. Yeah, a lot of I guess stuff goes on when you... I've always thought about that. Like, I'm constantly surprised that when I'm recording at like 60 frames a second, full HD, and I'm playing a graphically heavy game, that my computer can actually handle it. I have a feeling that's not going to be the case for very much longer, Caleb. I built this computer a little before Battlefront 2015 came out. The only thing that I've changed since then is added another hard drive and I believe another stick of RAM. I think. But, so yeah, that's almost, yeah, that's 4 years ago. Probably to the day almost. So yeah, I have a feeling that's not going to last very much longer, right? No, I haven't seen that, Stuart. I saw him in action figure form, or it. I don't know what Babu. I don't really remember how to pronounce it. Anthony Daniels showed off that action figure, right? I can't remember. But yeah, would you spend $200 on the original trilogy unaltered with all the other movies in it? That's the thing, Jay Super. Like, I own all these movies already. I own them in the Blu-ray package. I own most of, if not all of them. Well, not of the new generation of Star Wars, but I own all of them on DVD. I also own them on 2 different VHS box sets. So, like, no, I don't have a desire to buy the movies that I already own, you know? even when they inevitably release a Saga box set, I don't have a desire to buy it because I already own it, you know, all the movies. So, yeah, maybe if I didn't own them all, I would, but I have zero desire to buy another box. Yeah. No desire, man. You guys know me. I'm not much of a collector. I'm not much of a purchaser of things. I like, you know, my fandom is relatively small compared to a lot of other people's. I don't buy Funkos. Funkos are going to be used for fuel when the great Mad Max apocalypse comes. They're all going to melt plastic down and put them in our engines. So, hello Orko. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. It's good to see you. Orko says, "Hey Greedo. So about that community post, when will you start taking questions?" So, basically, use that post. Well, how should I put this? I'm going to start doing those every Monday. That's kind of my goal. Every Monday, I'm going to sit down, just answer one question or talk about one topic that comes up. And I'll post that on Monday, and I'll probably get the video response out the following day. So that post that you saw, was it this morning or yesterday? I think it was yesterday. That was kind of the first little test bed. I took a question from Mr. St. Jake, and just kind of, you know, the AT-AT thing that he posted. So that video will probably go up tomorrow morning, or I might just go ahead and upload it tonight. You know, so whenever you see a post like that, feel free to ask a question. And once that post is kind of gone, how should I put this? If I post that on a Monday, by the end of Monday, ignore that post because I've already selected a question, you know. So yeah, I guess just wait until next Monday. That's a lot of rambling for a very simple short answer. But dude, I appreciate that, man. It's good to see you as always. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to start that. A little more interactive. Little random topics of discussion, you know. But yeah. An overlorded Sith, thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support. Would you be a light Sith if you had the chance? Oh man. A light Sith. The rigidity of the Jedi. Oh man, how do I put this? I wouldn't be a Jedi. I wouldn't be a Sith. A light Sith, I wouldn't want a label. You guys know me. I don't like teams. I don't like labels. I don't like groups. I would be my own Force user. Little old me. So no, I wouldn't necessarily be a light Sith. I'm sure, you know, you can't. I try my best, not intentionally, to not be cornered by labels or groups or identities. I dip my toe in a lot of different opinions, despite what some folks say, silly motherfuckers. Gotta love it. But you know, I think I would take that to Star Wars as well, in universe. Don't pigeonhole me. I'm not a Sith. Don't pigeonhole me. I'm not a Jedi. So a light Sith? No, I wouldn't even use that label. I would probably be too tempted. I would use things to my own. Every villain, every good villain, right? Thinks for the most part, every villain worth his salt thinks they're doing the right thing, right? But the rest of the world, the rest of the galaxy, the rest of the universe disagrees. So there's like a little bit of self-deception in every good villain, to where they think they're molding things for the better, but in reality, the rest of the heroes and the rest of the population, whatever franchise you're watching, massively disagree. Anyway, what am I talking about? Once again, we should just call these nonsense rambling with Hello Greedo. Yeah. I would be my own thing, man. But I appreciate that. And Tidywire, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. George Lucas quote unquote betrayed news apparently. Yeah, it's kind of funny how one word in a massive memoir kind of took off, and I get it. You know, people. I mean, look at the internet. The internet is everything is meant to make you click. Express. Express is the worst website I have ever seen. I didn't hear about it until a couple years ago when I started looking at Star Wars news and stuff like that. I went, holy shit, Express is the worst. And the fact that some people use it as a source embarrasses me. As a thinking human being, it embarrasses me that some people use Express as a source. Because who's Express's sources? YouTubers. And YouTubers use Express as a source. And then Express uses YouTubers as a source. It's like a cycle of bullshit that feeds itself. I started counting advertisements on Express yesterday. I took a giant screenshot of one of their articles. The article was tiny, but there was 50 advertisements on there. Not even kidding. Some of you guys might have seen my post. I posted it and then I deleted it because I wanted to turn it into a thread, and I didn't get around to making that thread. But, dude, Tidywire, like, it's weird, man. It's weird. But hey, everybody's trying to get you to click something, right? So you got to make the most salacious thing the most clickable thing. If it bleeds, it leads. That is the old phrase of the rags. And the more salacious, the more I don't know, angry a title seems or infuriates the reader or the viewer, the better it does. Negativity sells, man. But yeah, it's, you know, when I read the snippets, as we all did, from the memoir, for one, it didn't really bum me out, but it wasn't surprising because, you know, we've heard these opinions from Lucas before, which is fine. But a part of me went, and I said this on my video, a part of me was like, you know, I wish he did have his thumb not necessarily pressing too hard on it, but I wish there was some kind of creative input there, because despite my rumblings and overall dislike of a lot of the prequel stuff, there was a sense of creativity there that I think is lacking with this sequel trilogy in terms of new things, new ideas. Well, not necessarily new ideas. At least with The Force Awakens, there was a lot of kind of rehashing, right? But and with Solo, a lot of rehashing. But I don't know. What's hilarious to me, and we're going down this rabbit hole, I guess, Tidywire, but what's hilarious to me is how some people and some articles and some websites, you know, they print something or they make a video about something that is obviously wrong. Like, you look at the Mara Jade thing, for example, right? You look at it, and did anybody go, oh, that's real, right? Nobody. Nobody. Who the fuck thought that was real? And you sit back, and then, like, maybe an article's written about it. Oh, there's a shitload of views. Maybe a video's written about it. There's a shitload of views. And then what? And then what happens? There's maybe a retraction saying, oops, we shouldn't have reported, that was fake. And then that's another shitload of views. So is there any incentive to reporting something or not reporting something? Does that make sense? To sitting back and waiting for verification. Or do you just need to immediately hop on your microphone and start fucking just spouting off and saying whatever comes to your head about something that seems obviously fake because you're going to put out a retraction the next day? You know what I mean? It's weird. You gotta get that ad revenue. And it's not solely a Star Wars thing. It's an internet thing. It's a media thing. It's a journalism thing. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah. Anyway, Tidywire. I could talk about that forever. Ryan Harp, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support to the clickbait dance. I was also an engineer on Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, but my opinion of the ride is different than yours. I enjoyed it going back on Friday. Nice, man. Yeah, well, that's good to hear. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Ryan Harp went there recently, and I went there in June, Galaxy's Edge. I rode the Millennium Falcon ride. Didn't care for it. I was an engineer. Didn't do anything for me. I wasn't a big fan of it. The best part of that ride was, for me at least, was walking through the Millennium Falcon, going through the hallway, going, yeah, just walking through the Falcon and being in the Falcon, standing outside the Falcon. But I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it and that your opinion is different than mine, because when I got off the ride, I was just a little bummed out. And then we rode it again, and I was an engineer again. I wanted to try something different, but, gave up the keys to the Falcon to some other folks. And I settled for the engineer once again. So I thought, giving it a second chance as an engineer, I might like it more, but I was just as, disappointed. But I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it, man. Going back Friday, you must have season passes. But, dude, enjoy it. And when you go this time, take some pictures and shoot them my way on Twitter. I'd like to see some Galaxy's Edge action. But enjoy yourself, man. I know you always do. You're always going to those parks. It's fun to see. And Tuke17, thank you for the super chat, Channel Sport. I greatly appreciate that. Let me switch up the coffee and take a quick sip of thirst-quenching water here. Mr. Tuke says, hello, Greedo. Today is a great day. Great wife, great kids, Star Wars, Greedo, and hockey. Hope all is well with you, the wife, and the kidlet. Right back at you, man. That sounds like a fun day. That sounds like a weekend. That sounds like a nice weekend. But it's the middle of the week. That's awesome. Yeah, hockey for me, everybody used to probably play street hockey, right? I never played ice hockey. I went ice skating a few times, but every few years I'm like, I'm going to get into hockey. My buddy played college hockey. I went and watched him a couple times, and I've gone to see, I used to go to Atlanta Knights games when they were a thing, and occasionally I'll go to a Jacksonville Iceman game. But every couple years, I feel like, you know what, I'm going to start getting into some hockey. I'm going to watch some Lightning. I got a St. Louis jersey. I'm going to get into it. And then for whatever reason, it's just like, I don't. I just end up, sticking to my baseball, sticking to my football. But yeah, man, enjoy yourself. It sounds like a fantastic day. Everybody in this house is doing well. We're just anticipating that house being finished. Can't wait. It's going to be nice. Checked it out over the weekend. I was looking at my office. What is going to become my office. Right now it's just bones. But pumped for it, man. Anyway, I appreciate that. Hope everything's going well. Enjoy your day. And once again, Orko coming in with the super chat, Channel Support, final super chat and channel support of the stream before I jump off. Hello, Orko says, so what do you... Okay, here we go. So what do you like to think of yourself in the Star Wars universe? Oh, like what job would I have or what role would I play? I like to think of myself as an ex-Empire pilot who now runs an illegal cargo business from... Did my internet just go out? Can you guys hear me? My browser just completely crashed. Nope, I guess I still... Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can. It looks like I'm still online. Let me check something. Okay, looks like I'm still online. All right. Anyway, okay. So Orko continues. Now runs an illegal cargo business from the OR, who still wants to track down the rebels that killed his unit. I like that. I'm kind of on the same page with you. Especially growing up, whenever you you play Star Wars in the backyard as a kid, right? I always wanted to be Han. I always wanted to be a smuggler. There's a life of adventure there, right? Running around the galaxy, running jobs, running cargo. And whenever I've thought, and that's my favorite stuff in Star Wars, kind of the gritty underworld of Star Wars. When I think of Star Wars, I think of that kind of stuff. I don't think of lightsabers, Sith, and Jedi. I think of smugglers and bounty hunters and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, whenever I've thought about, daydreaming of Star Wars and being in Star Wars, that's kind of how I've always envisioned it. Having my own ship, working for no one but myself, and, living a life of adventure and exploration. That's kind of, that's kind of how I've seen. That's kind of how we all used to play Star Wars as kids, right? Out in the backyard, throwing pine cones. And that's what I used to do, which is why I love Elite Dangerous. Yeah, man. Elite Dangerous was fun. I played it for a little bit, maybe 20 something hours. And I enjoyed it. I think the one thing that would keep me into it, well, after a while I got bored with it. There wasn't that much to do. But I think, you know, if I had a VR headset or something like that, I think that would be a game changer. I think a game like that, or even No Man's Sky, or the, you know, games like that I would love with a VR headset. That being said, I think, you know, I've thought about this a lot, Orko. A game like Elite Dangerous, a game like No Man's Sky, I think in the future, those games will be thought of as major game changers, not only for video games, but I guess for simulations as a whole. They're basically simulating a galaxy, right? Elite Dangerous aims to simulate the Milky Way galaxy. That's more than a game, in my opinion. That is a simulation. You're simulating a galaxy. Eventually, maybe, let's say 50, 100 years from now, that galactic simulation, that universe simulation, eventually, will go from the macro, where you're just, you know, flying outside of moons and planets and intergalactic space, to the micro, where you can go on every planet. There's populations, there's, you know, I can absolutely see in the not too distant future the concept of those games just creating entire existences, right? Entire dimensions almost. You could get lost in an entirely new existence, simulating people. I mean, it's just going to be it's going to be the Matrix. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be the Matrix, you know? But yeah, maybe in my lifetime. I doubt it, but maybe in my lifetime we'll have something like that. And it kind of scares me a little bit. It kind of scares me. But yeah, Orca, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And I would love a Star Wars game as well. That's kind of like that, you know? But anyway. All right, guys. I got a jet. It is time for me to hop off. I'm going to try to finish a couple videos. I'm trying to think. So yeah, I got 2 videos. One is a minute long and it's really stupid. The other one is just I'm starting a new series called Questions from the Fleet. Once a week, I'm going to post a video that talks about either a question or a topic that was brought up by a fleet member in the community tab. And I'm looking forward to that. You know, like kind of weekly Q&As on top of the monthly Q&A that I already do. You know, but anyway. Yes, I will be streaming tonight. I'll do Battlefront tonight. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me run down the list. Hello, Orko. Thank you for the super chat and channel support. Tuke17, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Ryan Harp, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Tidywire, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Overlorded Sith, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Jack H, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Caleb Kemp, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Caretaker Wanted, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Lewis Collin, thank you for the super chat and channel support. D. Gil Vids, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Jason96, thank you for the super chat and channel support. All right, guys. To everybody who tuned in for a little low-key afternoon Lightspeed Lounge, thank you so much for popping in. To everybody in the chat, thanks for saying hi. Enjoy the rest of your day, or morning, or afternoon, or evening, where the hell you are on planet Earth. I will see you tonight for a little bit of Battlefront. If I don't see you tonight for Battlefront, I will see you when I see you. Cool? Cool. All right. Later, guys.